So since it's almost 2024, I'm going to do a compilation of all my best videos of the year. Thank you guys so much for 15,000 subscribers. And it's just been a crazy year with so many videos and gaffes from Biden and, Trump and stuff. It's just crazy.
Come on. You don't like his political positions, great, but you can't impeach a president because you don't like him. That's not how this system works. We're in a constitutional republic. There are rules here. There are standards. You don't get to make that decision. The voters in this country do. And we have an election coming up in about 11 months. Let the people decide. Don't put yourselves in their place. You don't have the right to do it. You're not following the proper procedure. You're not doing this the right way. It's a rarely used constitutional device in our history. It's supposed to be. Despite my disagreement with many of President Trump's policies and statements, impeachment was never intended to be used as a midterm corrective option for a divisive or unpopular leader, unquote. Look, we get it. You don't like him. That doesn't mean you can banish him from the marketplace. You can't send him out of his businesses and say he can't hold a position of honor or trust. You don't get the right to do that. The people of this country...
And he actually got elected as Speaker of the House. Good job, Republican.
Putin at their meeting. Change is coming. That hasn't happened in 100 years, and we are driving this change together. What do you think that means?
You would have to ask them.
Okay. President Biden said to lower inflation, we should trust the Fed. Now the Fed is saying that rate hikes won't be enough to quell inflation. Why does he still trust the Fed?
They're an independent agency. The president has always said that. He wants them to be independent. He wants to make sure they have the space to make these monetary decisions. We are not going to interfere. We are not going to get involved, and I'm certainly not going to comment.
When you found out that the FBI had located even more classified materials in Wilmington, which four-letter word did you use?
Oh my goodness, Peter.
Afraid of China.
The president is not afraid of China. Well, did you see the president last week when we went to Ukraine, went to Kyiv?
This campaign, it was all about shutting down the virus and how hard it is for families with an empty chair at the kitchen table because of COVID. If we now know, according to the FBI director, who is most likely responsible for all those empty chairs at all those kitchen tables, why not do more to try to hold them accountable?
So I'm going to flip that on its head for a second. It was because of this president that took action. By the way, the last administration did not have a comprehensive plan to actually. No.
Responding to COVID, but where did COVID come from? If we know,
Peter, you can't tell. First of all,
folks, this is something the internet's been waiting for a long time. Let's get the phones out, okay? Mr. President, the people wanted to hear it. They wanted to hear it. You did a fantastic job. And I have to say this. We are going to help you win in a landslide. Worse than Chris Christie after a night at Taco Bell.
I mean, he wasn't really wrong about this.
I got in a little trouble. I said that our women's soccer team was supposed to easily win, but they went woke. Except for a few of them. I love those women that stood up and they saluted our flag. There was some of them. But the one with the purple hair, she didn't play too well.
No one is going to run against Trump in the Republican side and win, because you're not going to get the Trump supporters. They are all in on Trump. Unless he has a stroke, unless something happens that's horrible, they're all in on Trump. If you run against Trump, you're now the enemy of Trump. If I was friends with DeSantis, I'd be like, don't do it. You can't beat that guy. You just can't. When that guy gets out there and he's waving to people and they're going crazy, you're not beating that. And the fact that he was the president for 4 years and the country was in a great economic situation, and it looked like his policies were actually effective, and that it looked like the unemployment was down, all business was building, regulations were being relaxed, more things were getting done. You know, when you look at it from a policy perspective, if you just look at it on paper, what he did was effective.
I was running for office at the time, but you all may remember it, that I had a big fight with the former president and maybe future president. Bless me, Father.
Vivek, you recently said a president can't do everything. Well, I got news for you, Vivek. I've been in the hallway. I've been in the West Wing. A president of the United States has to confront every crisis facing America. I will put our nation back on the path to growth and prosperity.
That complicated, guys. Unlock American energy. Drill, frack, burn coal, embrace nuclear. Put people back to work by no longer paying them more to stay at home. Reform the U.S. Fed, stabilize the U.S. dollar, and go to war. The only war that I will declare as U.S. president will be the war on the federal administrative state that is the source of those toxic regulations acting like a wet blanket on the economy. So I'm not sure I exactly understood Mike Pence's comment, but I'll let you all parse that out. For me, it's pretty simple. That's something a U.S. president can do with focus, and I'll deliver.
Pride. Look at your child. Your child, you know, needs it, and you can't afford. Where in the hell is it written that says America can't lead the world in manufacturing again? Where is that written? I don't know where it's written.
The way they are, they'd go away. Other Republicans say, I'm not saying it's a majority of you. I don't even think it's even a significant, but it's being proposed by individuals. I'm not politely not naming them, but it's being proposed by some of you. Look, folks, is that we're not going to be moved into being threatened to default on the